The Detroit Lions were tasked with opening the NFL season against the defending Super Bowl champs in Arrowhead, a stadium that Dan Campbell says the football gods handcrafted. It was a close one, but Detroit managed the upset. We'll talk more about that Week 1 win, plus look ahead to the season opener in Detroit, right here on Inside the Pride.
Let's go.
Going down, sacked back at the 30-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson got him again. Goes deep downfield, got a man wide open. Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions. How about that?
And by the way, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. All roads go through Detroit.
Welcome to another season of the Detroit Lions Emmy-nominated show Inside the Pride on the Lions TV network. I'm your host, Dannie Rogers, back with you for another season. There was a scene in Kansas City for Week 1 unlike any other. A sea of Honolulu blue so vibrant, it caught head coach Dan Campbell's attention after the game. Another incredible scene? General Manager Brad Holmes embracing Lions fans that crowded the lower rows with high fives and, if he could, probably some chest bumps too. Detroit rookies put on a clinic against the Chiefs, and the Lions defense contained playmaker Patrick Mahomes for the 21-20 win. Let's go back out to Kansas City to relive the sights and sounds from the NFL season opener.
In Michigan, the anticipation is through the roof. How good are they?
I like them. I do like them. But now you get the world champions. The hype train's over, Detroit. It's time to go to work.
So here we go. It's been a good offseason. People said nice things about the Lions. They said, you know what, they're going to be a good team. You know what, Sheila Hamp's a good owner. Dan Campbell's a good coach. Brad Holmes is a good general manager. They're the favorites to win the NFC North. You know what all that means right now? It doesn't mean anything. It all starts tonight.
And here they come, and the excitement is as much about them as it is these Chiefs.
It's lost in there. Lost in there. Let's see who the better man is today. Let's see if they want to play physical ball today. Win on me. 1, 2, 3. Win.
When you saw that shot, there's more blue in the stands than I ever thought we'd see on banner night in KC.
We haven't felt this way about a Lions football team in a long time, but tonight begins the most anticipated season in decades, and they're doing it against the Super Bowl champions. You play the champ, you know it's going to be a long night, so you better come ready. These Lions, I believe they are. So let's find out together. Let's start 2023. Let's get this going. 3rd and 7 for the Lions. They scrimmage from their own 12. Goff's got it back, looking, rolling right, still looking. Now back to the end zone. He turns and throws. It is caught out at the 17-yard line.
Short of the first down, and the Lions will go 3 and out on their second drive. But number 2 for Fox. Oh, they fake it. Go inside. They fake from their own 17-yard line and pick up the first down. Jalen Reeves Maben.
How about Dan Campbell and Dave Phipp rolling the dice early?
Especially in your own red zone, but it worked out. Now let's see if these guys can take advantage of that gamble.
Goff on second down, Gibbs to Gibbs, trying to get outside left. He does, inside the 40. Gibbs spinning at the 35. Gibbs down to the 30-yard line, bouncing inside the 25 and down to the 24.
Not only is he a speedster, but that guy's not afraid to drop that shoulder and lay the hammer on somebody.
TJ, he's all lower body, man. 3rd and 6 from the Kansas City 9. 14th play of this drive. Play clock at 5. Goff leans in. There's the snap. Jared back, looking, throwing, middle, caught, first down, touchdown, Detroit Lions! Oh, baby! Amon-Ra St. Brown! How about that protection? Giving Goff time. 14 comes free, and the Lions find the end zone. Kansas City leading at 14-7. When the Lions were winning 8 out of 10 last year, they didn't turn it over. They got off the field on 3rd down. Tonight, they will have to tighten some things up here in the second half as we get underway.
Mahomes slings it in the middle. It's one incomplete, blanketed by Jerry Jacobs. Had him locked down, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Mahomes back, throws. It is incomplete, picked off by the Lions. Brian Branch with it left side. He's going, baby. He's going to the house. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Deflected in the air. Branch ran under it, and he took it all the way back. The Lions are an extra point away from tying this game. the snap, spot, kick away. It is up, and it is good.
For the Detroit Lions are stepping up, and they're going to have a shot here. You know, by holding the Chiefs to these field goals, they're very much in this game. Their offense just needs to perk up now.
It is about this offense. They got to get going. Down by 6. They've got to deliver here. 12-11 to go in the game. Goff takes the shotgun snap. He's back, sets in the pocket, looks, hit as he throws over the middle. It is caught. Reynolds first down across the 40 at the 41. He adjusted his body and made the grab. Goff play action fake. Got time in the pocket. Looking, throws. It is caught inside the 35. He's free at the 25. It is down the right sideline. Josh Reynolds inside the 15. That was a nice run after the catch that time by Josh Reynolds for 33 yards. Second down and 4. Montgomery the lone back behind Goff. Goff gives to Montgomery again. He's got room inside the 5. Fired to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. David Montgomery to the house, and the Lions are taking the lead.
Taking it, the Lions were ready for the trick as they pull down Rice.
4th and 25, Kansas City. Mahomes lobs it downfield. It is incomplete. Lions will take over on downs, no flags. Here we go, one final snap, execute it, and it's over. Goff takes a knee. Say good night. This game's over. The Detroit Lions, they have come in and knocked off the Super Bowl champs. 21-20, the final score here at Arrowhead Stadium.
Inside the Pride is taking a break. Coming up next, I sat down with Lions wide receiver Josh Reynolds, who had the team high 80 receiving yards against the Chiefs in Week 1. We'll be right back. Inside the Pride is sponsored by Kroger, Henry Ford Health, and by the Ford Motor Company.
Josh Reynolds inside the 15, and Reynolds to the 14-yard line. Complete, that's Reynolds, middle of the field at the 50. Trying to get to the edge at the 45, and he is down in Kansas City territory.
Josh, head coach Dan Campbell says you're notorious for coming up big when this team needs it most. How do you stay poised in all of those big moments?
You gotta be ready. You know, any receiver just playing the game long enough knows that, you know, most of the time you're not gonna get the ball every play. So, you know, for me, a lot of that was stemming from college. You know, I'm getting maybe 3 or 4 balls a game, and so I got to make the most of them. And so, you know, that's always kind of been my mindset.
You got the ball in the 4th quarter, some big plays. Which one sticks out to you the most?
I mean, it'd have to probably. Actually, I'd say it was the dagger that JG got hit and threw in that.
3rd and 12?
Yeah, oh yeah. Probably one of the biggest plays of the game.
Why?
The situation, you know, 3rd and 12 game, you know, and no telling if we'd end up getting another drive after that. If we ended up giving that ball up at that point, they go up another score, and then now it's even tougher. So, you know, being able to kind of get that catch and continuing on the drive at that time was big.
What does it say about you and the trust you built with Jared Goff, Ben Johnson, that they call your number for you to come up with that play?
I mean, it's been awesome. You know, it's been awesome. Just, I mean, we've been growing in this offense together. You know, Ben included. You know, we're all learning right now, and you know, it's been fun.
Year 7 in the league for you. You joked about it. You can feel it with the physical part of that, anyways. But you've been with quarterback Jared Goff for all of that span, except 9 games. We joked about it. You went and tested the waters, but you came back to your buddy. How nice is it to have someone that you know so well quarterbacking this team and getting you the ball?
Oh, it's love, man. You know, you can go out there comfortably, you know, knowing what he's gonna do, him knowing what I'm gonna do, and so, you know, it's awesome to be able to kind of just have that rapport with somebody that, you know, that you just kind of been building throughout the years, whether you've realized it or not. It's been awesome.
No one's been with him longer than you. How is he doing now? This 3rd year in Detroit and 2nd year really in this system?
I think he's thriving. He's looking good right now. He's continuing to grow with Ben's offense and taking lead of that, and you can see it. You know, the amount of mistakes he's you know, he's shrunken, and so you know, it's to have a quarterback go out there and make productive plays without giving the ball up to the defense is huge in this league. So it's been good.
How huge was that win at Kansas City to set the tone?
Oh, it was a good one. It was a good first win for sure, you know, to set the tone for the league and, you know, proves to us what we knew coming in. And so, you know, I think that's big.
You're the same player coming into year 7, coming in with big plays, but personally coming in with a new title, husband, got married this past off season to the beautiful Miss Haley. How are you evolving here? Like we talked about it, 7 years in this league, both on and off the field.
I mean, it takes every day, you know, it really is. You know, you get a lot of new challenges every day, and you know, luckily I have her to be able to balance me out with this, you know, stressful business. I mean, shoot, she's in a stressful business of her own, you know. So we're trying to balance each other out. Sometimes it gets rough, but it's been a great growing 7 years for sure.
Seattle's on the clock. Dan Campbell alluded to this being a little bit of a revenge game. They got you guys last year. What's the big focus going into this home opener?
Speaking of Seattle, I mean, I played Seattle every year in my in my 7 year span. You know, whether I was with the Rams, Titans, here last year. I mean, so it's, you know, I know this team as well. You know, me and Jared, we've seen a lot of Seattle and Pete Carroll defense.
What are the odds the crowd is louder at Ford Field than it was at Arrowhead?
100% odds. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and it seemed like the fans were excited as well. So you know, I'm ready to see how that stadium's rocking this weekend.
Coach, my goal is to get you as fired up as humanly possible before you break down these Seattle Seahawks plays. When you think about the crowd at Ford Field for the home opener, what comes to mind first?
Look, I just think, I know what we just faced and what we went into at Arrowhead, which I think is a very loud environment, and I just believe it's going to be a lot more electric, and it'll have a lot more just energy in the air, man. I really do. So I think we're going to feed off of that. I think it's going to be hard for those guys to function offensively when they come in here, and man, our guys are looking forward to it.
One of the offensive weapons you have to look for with the Seattle Seahawks team is running back Kenneth Walker III. He had 1,000 rushing yards his rookie year last year. And in this play, you're going to see quarterback Geno Smith hand him the ball. It's like we know what they're going to do, but he can still break free. Why is he so hard to contain?
He really came to life towards the end of last year for them. So he's dangerous. You know, he is a load. He's got speed, he's got vision, and he's got body control and balance, which that's when you start talking about these runners. If you've got all those, you're very dangerous. So really, they do a pretty good job here. The Rams do defensively, but this is the second gear that he's got. And then his ability to set this up, stiff arm, you know, and all of a sudden you got an explosive run out of this. So this guy can be dangerous, and we feel like they're going to feed him the ball this week against us.
Another weapon in this offense you have to look out for is the fifth-year vet wide receiver DK Metcalf. Seahawks only had 112 receiving yards last week. Metcalf had 47 of them, Coach. Why is he always a weapon that this offense can go to?
Yeah, well, because of things like this. You know, this ends up being an unscheduled throw. Rowdy stays alive, which Geno gives them that ability to just keep scrambling, keep moving for me. And so, you know, look, man, this guy runs slants, he runs goes, and now all of a sudden you get the ones where he's out of the pocket and we got to make something happen. This guy's dangerous. You know, he's got size, he's got length, he's got speed. He's hard to bring down. You know, he's hard to tackle. And so the closer you get to the red zone, the more dangerous he becomes too. And he's already dangerous out in the field. So, you know, we know that's one of his favorite targets, and we got to know where he's at all times.
A staple in the Seahawks defense is linebacker Bobby Wagner. 19 tackles last week. Why is he a deal breaker for these Seahawks?
Well, he's been a hell of a player for a long time. And, man, his key diagnose, he's been this really phenomenal athlete. But what he's got between his ears, the key and diagnose, has been pretty special. And I think that's what separates him. And so he still has that. He gets off the spot. He can see these things. And we don't get this guy clean, he's going to make plays like this all day. You know, he, to me, is still their bell cow on defense. He's the one that we got to know exactly where he's at, and he keeps everything calm and in order over there for those guys.
Week 1, you proved you can knock off the defending Super Bowl champs. Week 2, Seahawks at home. What can this team prove?
Look, for us, we're playing for a lot here. You know, we've lost to these guys twice, the last 2 years. They got their win that knocked us out of the playoffs last year. So we got a bad taste in our mouth, and we're expecting a real physical game. You know, they came off a loss. We know Coach Carroll's going to have them ready to go, center them, and we have to be ready for a dogfight, which we are more than prepared for.
Welcome back to Inside the Pride. The Lions are celebrating 90 seasons of tough and gritty Detroit football that was embodied by the likes of Lomas Brown, Barry Sanders, Megatron, and certainly this year's group of Detroit Lions. Let's take a look back at almost a century of football in the Motor City.
Crisp football weather fails to chill the excitement and anxiety of the huge throng as kickoff time approaches. For the second year in a row, the Professional Football World Championship goes to the Detroit Lions.
And the running backs are wide apart as O'Connell fades to pass. He looks once, he throws, it is intercepted.
Joe Schmidt gets an assist from Yale Larry on this play, and the ball goes over to the Lions.
The Detroit Lions took a step toward tomorrow by moving into Pontiac Stadium. Massive sports facility would offer a futuristic new backdrop for a young Lion squad whose goal would be one of establishing a foundation for tomorrow.
Barry cut back. Now he's got it. 50, 40, 30. Look out. Right side 20. 15 to the 10. To the 5. He's well over 2,000 now. Holy mackerel. They can't take that ball away from him. Whoa.
The roar will be restored in Detroit.
The new Dome Stadium will be called Ford Field. There's no place like home, and we're back home.
Sets in the pocket, throws, got Calvin, there's the record. Calvin turning the corner for 30, 35-40, and runs out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Megatron into the history books.
The traditional Thanksgiving Day game, to me, there's nothing better. There's no place that I would rather be today on Thanksgiving.
The Lions win it 19-16.
Being chased by Hutchinson, gonna get hit, gonna go down, ball came out.
To do what you guys did, it shows the character of this team. And by the way, this is just the beginning. Man, I think this is a special place. It's not about the best 53, it's about the right 53. It's team, it's all about team. You gotta get good people around you who are all pulling in the same direction.
All throughout Ford Field, you'll see tributes to 90 seasons of Lions football. Be sure to check them out this Sunday for the home opener. We're almost wrapped here on Inside the Pride. Rogers Retweets is next. You didn't think I forgot about Rogers Retweets, did ya? We're back for a whole nother season, and I don't care if Elon calls them repost, okay? To start off, I have 2 pieces of advice for you. When running back Jahmyr Gibbs is running towards you, get out of the way. When general manager Brad Holmes is coming towards you after a Lions dub, maybe get out of the way, because this man, he high-fives with a lot of anger. Check this out. This is what he was doing after the Lions win in Kansas City. That man was fired up. He is all of us after that season opener. And throwback to all of us during the game at Tyrannosaurus Bex. Girl, this was all of us. This was me down on the sidelines. Thank the Lord, Lions pulled off that win. And you got to take some deep breaths, I'm sure. Okay, there's a couple of facts here. Fun fact, Jared Goff is undefeated versus Mahomes. Sorry, Pat, rules are rules, and that's just the rules. I'm always so intrigued by what fans bring into stadiums, and it's the life-size posters for me. Campbell's kneecap soup, we love it. Arms must have hurt after holding that up all game. And we always appreciate the fans who show their love for the Lions even when they can't make it to the game. Shout out to this father-son duo. Man, the Lions fandom starts at an early age. Babies are my favorite, puppies are my favorite, all suited up for game day. What is his name? I think it's Teddy. Teddy better have his jersey ready for this Sunday. And shout out to all of our loyal Lions fans who made the trip. Best weekend ever. I mean, that's an understatement. That wraps up this edition of Rogers Retweets. If you can't make it to the home opener this Sunday, Detroit Lions versus Seattle Seahawks, be sure to tune in to Fox. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff. We'll see you next week.